Hey everyone, so today I thought it could be fun to give you all just a few little fashion tips on dressing and styling your LPS. So I plan to make this into a kind of little mini series where I wanted to just chunk it up so it's not one really long video, and we're just going to be diving into different little tips that I've learned over the past few years of collecting LPS clothing and buying it and just styling my pets. Now, of course, I am in no way an expert, nor am I trying to claim to be, or I probably never will be, and that is totally okay. I just thought it could be fun to give you some tips, and hopefully it might be helpful if you ever get stumped on dressing your characters or your pets or whatever it is you are wanting to do. So stay tuned if you are into LPS fashion, or you just want to learn some tips, or even if you're already a master pro, you can definitely still watch this if you want to. And yeah, so let's get into it. So let's start with some of the basics. Now, whether or not you already have an LPS in mind, or you need to pick one out, I always find this is a great place to start. So the first little thing I'm going to be sharing is choosing and examining your pet. Yay! That sounded so cringy. Okay, but for example purposes, I'm going to move my mascot out of the way, and I have chosen this pet. Just, I thought it would be a good one to start with. Now that you have selected your pet, or you can feel free to pause the video if you want to follow along with me and go pick a pet for yourself. That's totally fine. So now that you have your pet, part of what I find is most helpful when dressing up a pet is looking closely at the color or colors of their fur, along with the colors of their eyes. Now, today we're going to be focusing on the eye colors and the method that I have that goes with this, but we're gonna tackle the other one soon as well. So as you can see, this short hair is a kind of sunny orange, yellowy color, kind of like a buttery, yellowy orange color, if that makes sense. And her eyes, as I'm sure you can tell, are a pretty sort of olivey green, maybe a little bit of sage green in there. So you are free to take into account the pink tones as well, like the pink kind of corally tones of the ears and the nose. But just for today, as I already said, we're focusing mainly on the color of her eyes and how we can dress her up because of the color of her eyes. Alrighty folks, here we have creating an outfit based on the color of your LPS's eyes. This is today's tip and what we will be focusing on. Now, perhaps you've already tried or done this before, or maybe you've heard of it and it's already common knowledge to you, and that's totally okay, but I wanted to try to start with some of what I would consider a little more basic or easy tips that basically anybody can do. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be doing anything super hard in the future that is impossible or anything, but I just find this tip is a little more easy to follow and just a little more on the basic side. Yeah, so bringing back the short hair, I still have her here. We already noted her eyes are sort of an olivey, less vibrant green. So with that in mind, let's see what kind of green items I can put her in. Now, you don't have to be super picky with the greens that you use, I wouldn't think, if you have a pet with green eyes like this. I would just maybe suggest, because this is more of a warm toned green as opposed to a cool toned green, I would recommend sticking with more warmer toned greens, but you can have any lightness or darkness or medium tone of that warm green. Alrighty, here is the first outfit that I'm going to show you for the short hair. As you can tell, I followed the color of the eyes and picked out this sort of sage green short hair sweater, and I paired it with this lighter green long-tailed bow that I have in my fashion LPS collection, whatever you want to call it, my LPS closet, let's call it that. So I decided to match the eyes but add some different like light and darknesses just to give it a little more interest, and so that I wouldn't necessarily be using too much of the same color. But as I will show you with the next outfit, you can use like more of the same color and still have it look really good. So there are like exceptions to this. Yeah. So I feel like, or no, I don't feel, I know. I know that I chose this one because it's a little simple, so you can definitely do something simple if you just want more of like an everyday outfit for your pet. Okay, here is the second outfit, and this is what I was saying earlier about you can have like a matching set type of a thing while using the like eye method. That's just what I'm gonna call it now for just for now. So here we have this more like kind of dressed up outfit. We have this lace bow and skirt, which I did show in a different video when I did the haul video, but it was not on this pet. But if you did watch that haul video, you may have noticed, maybe not, that I did use a pet that had green eyes. It just wasn't this one, and I did it because I followed the eye method. Now I just wanted to show this one also because it's more dressed up, so you can have like, you can use this method for different like levels of outfits, if that's even the right terms. Like if you want something casual or you want something fancy, this works for like any kind of outfit that you want for your LPS, whether it be fancy, casual, masculine, feminine, androgynous, anything in between, any of those categories, or all of the above. This can be used for literally whatever you want, and I just find it's a little bit of an easier method if I'm really stuck and I really want a different outfit for a pet, but I'm like, oh well, I already used pink, I already used purple, I already used blue, I already used whatever the color is. I want something new for this pet, but I don't really know what else is going to look good on them right now. Well, hey, just look at the eyes, and as I said, you can make an outfit with the color of their eyes. Okay, here I have just a couple other examples. We have two pets with two different colored eyes from the pet I just showed you, and they are different colors from each other as well. So first up we have, this one is pretty simple as well, this beautiful little crouching cat with these sort of icy blue eyes. So if we use the information we have from my previous ramblings, we know that this pet should most likely look really good in this sort of shade of blue, or blues in this sort of like blue color family. So you can use this exact color, or you can go like this tone but lighter, or this tone but darker, and it will look really good on this pet. And the same with this turtle, except in this case we have purple eyes, sort of like a plum color. So this pet should most likely look really good in like plum purple, and again you can go lighter, darker, medium toned, anything in between, or you're free to play around with different blues and mix blues if you want to try and see if you can mix some different blues together, because it's definitely possible. I just don't always find that like cool tones and warm tones always mix together in some cases, but play around with it. The whole point is, you know, have fun and just try out and make your own combinations and see what you like and what you like for your characters or your LPS or your photos or whatever it is that you're doing. You know, just have fun, just play with it. Okay, so I actually decided to include this one more little bonus one, and the reason I chose this one is because the color of eyes on this pet kind of falls under two categories, because it's not fully purple, but it's also not pink. It's a pink purple. So I feel like this is a pet that could actually look good in pink or purple if we exclude all of the other colors on its body, because it is super colorful, and we will be diving into LPS pet like color bodies and fur tones in the next video. But I just wanted to show this one that you can end up with pets, like there are also pets out there that have two different colors in their eyes. So you could go for either color or mix both together, I feel like. Here we have, I'll just take this one since it's right beside me. Like this pet has like what you might consider kind of like hazel eyes because of the green and the like golden brown color. So I currently have her in blue, which is unrelated to her eye color, but if you sort of forget about the blue for a minute, you could go with like either one of those colors and they would probably most likely look really good on her. So I just wanted to sort of point that out too, that sometimes you will have pets that just have automatically multiple options because they have more than one color in their eyes. Alrighty, I hope I didn't ramble too much for you, and thank you all so much for watching the first part of this little like fashion mini-series. I hope you found it helpful, and feel free to comment if you have any questions or if anything was confusing. Feel free to comment anything like that down below if you would like to. And also, I blah 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 blah. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, I decided to leave that part in there because I thought it was funny, so anyway, see you again soon with more content. Love you guys. Bye.